Lads, ladettes, and lassies, it is time. One more episode. 50 minutes of Made in Abyss is left, and honestly, I don't know where this is going. My name's Josh, and if this is the first time you've seen any of my reactions to Made in Abyss, I highly implore that you go check out the playlist, because, man, this has been a journey. There has been theories, there has been tears, there has been depression, and there has been absolute disgust. Basically anything but happiness during this entire reaction series. But man, was this journey unique. It was worth it. It's just there's a lot of emotional damage. Last episode we watched 3 episodes. It was a 3 for 1. And a lot happened. Right now I keep wanting to see the Claxor Princess for some reason. Darling in the Franxx is very fresh in my mind. No, the Hollow Princess is just absolutely wrecking shop right now. The Golden City, or the City of the Hollows, is being destroyed. There's a whole bunch of the Abyss monsters coming in, eating everyone. Like, they do not discriminate. Hollow, the princess, or human alike. You're done. And now it seems that the Hollow Princess is kind of conflicted with the duty that she was born to do and what she wants to do. There's this whole backstory with her and Reg. She's starting to doubt herself, but she's also wants to be the one that kills everyone, not these monsters. So honestly, we were in store for a gigantic finale. Rico seems to be like, or like this, one of the 3 sages. The prophet seems to want to use Rico as a pawn. So we'll see where that goes in terms of like the whole wishing egg. So much to go on with, so little time. Let's just start this, lads, shall we? I mean, I guess she does have her mom on her side, aka the entire city. Man, I really like Fapta now. She's become one of my favorite characters of the series. Oh, is this the robot that she found? Oh, it's her pet. Oh, so she did help rebuild him, huh? Oh, this relationship's so pure and wholesome. I do kind of wish we saw this before the robot died, though. She's the same as Mother. So she can understand the stone person without even speaking. I liked them together a lot. This robot grew on me very quickly. Oh, he got big. He's in crab mode. I do wonder who Kaja was. Like, these two, Kaja and the green one. I'm the most interested in like who they were before they turned into hollows. I mean, you can't get more pure than Rico, so I don't know how those eggs would react to her. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Alright, I guess I misjudged him. I was way more harsher on his character than I probably should have been. I wonder if Veiko's affected by the curse. I wonder, like, if the force field collapsed. I don't know how she would be, because, like, she's not a hollow. But I wonder if Irumi gave her some form of protection. I'm also curious to know, like, what Ma was. Like, what is this thing? Or who were they? Aww. They're all gonna die horrible deaths. Yippee! She's an inspiration. Man, that is the biggest decision she could have made. It changed so much in her life. Oh. Oh, the curse. She was not protected. Oh, why is it so... Oh, it's so much more visceral. Oh, how... I don't know if she's dead yet, but if that's it... I was about to say, that's very unceremonious. Like, a way to kill her off. What do you mean, never mind? Don't move Rico up any further. Oh, well, he didn't last very long, did he? That mighty sword of yours was not that mighty. Okay, just giving him the power. I wonder what the full finger thing was. I thought she was going to do something with his arm. Oh, and it takes a toll on Rico. Okay. Damn! Oh! Man, she didn't even get to see the Hollow Princess. She didn't get to see Fapta. Well, I don't want the green one to go. Man, I don't want her to go. I liked her a lot. But I guess like she has to go in order to free the mom. In order to free Yurumi. And I guess she would go either way because this place is crumbling no matter what. That's really cool. I love his arm. Oh man, poor Kaja. He's at least like his face is like Oh wait, I just realized, is Ma gone too? Or no? I don't know. I mean, Kaja's still there. But to be honest, I have no idea what he's supposed to be. Oh yeah, Ma's still there, okay. Now Kaja will hurry. Okay, Kevin Penkin, the score? Alright, it's going off right now. It is going off, the soundtrack. Oh! Take that, you big slime. Not so tough anymore, are ya? I wonder if she'd still be immortal with, like, her mom gone. I was gonna say, yeah, Reg's gotta be the one to get her. Man, are we gonna lose Ma and Kaja? Cause like, if they get outside the barrier. Ah. Well, there he goes. Huh? Oh, he's giving himself. Okay, he's giving his soul to her, feeding her. Oh, wait, so it's him? Oh, so he's possessed her. Interesting. I mean, he's not. They said something in the sense like that wasn't his real body. I think they said like that's more of a mechanical one. We never learned more about it. I wish we did learn more about him. Man, these things are durable. Yeah, it's not gonna end well for you, buddy. Damn. Okay, so Fapta's back. Alright, rest in peace, Kaja. I guess she's like half hollow. She's not exactly midi. But she's not exactly like fully hollow either. Or like full, like the, I don't know, the slug. She's not 100%, she's like 50-50. It was the one memory she couldn't pass down. These it's just tragic to look at. I can't imagine what it must be like. I wonder if she's gonna join the crew. Oh, now that they've said it, she can't come along. I hope she does come along. Oh, get it, Reg. This is technically keeping his promise. He did say, like, he said, like, I want to come back and go on adventures with you. He may not remember, but he's doing it. Dang it. It'll be nice to see her again one day, but I would have liked for her to have joined the crew. Liza, I feel like it's been forever since we've heard your narration. Where have you been? I guess the eggs never did come into play. I do believe season 3 is confirmed, so I think we're gonna get more. I'm real. That didn't feel like 50 minutes. Oops, I got out of the episode. I probably want to skim through it to remember some things. That did not feel like 50 minutes. It felt very short, actually. I mean, the last episode that was 50 minutes, I did watch it with another episode, so it was kind of like over an hour. Yeah, that like contributed to why it felt so long at times. So this one was very action-packed. A lot of things were happening. It did not feel like 50 minutes at all. I don't actually know where we're going to go with this now. Now that the season's over, I don't know where we're going to go with season 3 other than just going deeper. I don't feel like we were left with any clues to like speculate like, all right, so season 3 is going to follow this plot line. I mean, Fapta was born with the eggs. I feel like last episode was kind of insinuating that the prophet was going to use the eggs and use Riko's child innocence to like manipulate the wishes or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot this episode. There's a lot this episode that I need to go over. I don't know what events that I should start with first. Sorry. I've not been sleeping well these past few nights. I don't know why, but they've been very long and very restless nights for the most part. But yeah, I feel like this season, other than just like, I guess last season didn't really give us anything to go on either. They're just like, we're gonna go darker. We're gonna go deeper. I guess last season ends with them with the goal of having to like go up against Bondru. Like, it was teased that they have to go up against him. This I don't think they gave us anything like that. There's just like, all right, we're back to the original crew. Nothing has changed much within the chemistry other than Prushka getting or in the dynamic, not the chemistry, other than Prushka getting a power up that powers up Reg. But other than that, like, nothing's changed too much. Like, season 1 ends with us getting Nanachi. The movie ends with us going to Layer 6, and the Layer 6 arc ends with us still in Layer 6. Which, I don't know if we're going to try and go down to Layer 7, if that's even a thing. Because I feel like season 2 is a very great self-contained story. I just don't know what it means for the future of Made in Abyss. The horror, Lovecraftian aspects were definitely ramped up this season. Like, the whole prologue stuff, like the prologue flashbacks to the first people that made it down to the abyss is terrifying. Just like, yeah, we're drinking water. Oh no, this water is infected with the spores of this dead animal. It's like turning everyone to wood and just killing them very slowly. Or I guess no, the eggs turn people to wood. It's just, I don't know. It's just a terrible fate. Terrible fate. And then we have like the eggs, which turned Irumi into that thing. Just the imagery within this show is so terrifying. We also have some very unique monsters designed. This show is very unique in the sense of like design wise and stuff. And the score, Kevin Penkin, amazing work, especially in this episode. But yeah, we have some stuff. I've said this before with Reg's episode. I feel like this is going to be an amazing rewatch in terms of like emotional investment, because like the whole relationship with Goon, or like the giant robot, was so wholesome. It was adorable. Seeing how Fapata found him and like their relationship built up the first 5-ish minutes of this episode. It was so wholesome. It's very pure. And then you kind of forget, like, oh yeah, he died last episode. It was not unceremonious though. He died protecting her. And I really like the line going like, can I really be the guardian of the princess if the princess is stronger than me? She's like, absolutely. I mean, yeah, he gave her enough time to just get away. Last episode, he was a good distraction, and he did his job. He protected her. He might have been weaker than her, might not have been able to have done much, but he still protected her, and he gave everything for her. Which I wish we were able to see some of this stuff before, like these deaths or fights happened. It's like the same thing with the Reg fight. It was like, I can kind of sense that there's a history here, but I don't really know what that history is. And then we found out what that history was like after the fight, or maybe during the fight. But that was because like Reg was also remembering what the history was. I just wish that we got to see more of the robot, to be honest, because I liked him, or like this episode made me like him. Past episodes, I feel like he wasn't given too much to do. Okay, I'm gonna go back to 840 because there's something I want to talk about there. I guess we'll just go in order. Why not? We'll just go in order within this episode. There was a line that she had said. Oh, okay. So before we go into the 840 thing, there was I wanted to talk about the language, because it seems like this language, like, you know, the language that the Hollows speak, it's all based off of desire, which makes sense if you think about it, because like those eggs, were what gave them their new lives, and those eggs were based off of desire, like your wish is your greatest desire or whatever like that. Like it has to be desire. They know desire. Everything, it seems, the abyss is based off of desire. What was it, the third floor? Was it the third floor? I think it was the third floor. Its thing was hallucinations. I feel like it was trying to sense. No, because it gave Rico her mom. But did she? Maybe she did desire her mom at that point. But I feel like maybe the abyss is a challenge to your very soul. I mean, like the sixth layer is literally losing your humanity if you lose against it. It's not even if you go like 5 steps up, you lose your humanity. But I wonder, like, if the abyss is supposed to be some kind of metaphor or an analog for like your deepest wishes. Because I feel like this season especially, I feel like we were hit over the head with what it means to desire something, what it means to want something, your purpose, born to do something. I feel like there's something in there. There's something in there, like the message of Made in Abyss, if there is one. It's got to be something to do with like your inner desire. But yeah, there's something I realized, like when he was teaching you the language, like these are the 5 most important things about this language. This symbol means a desire. This symbol means very important. This symbol means very, very important. This symbol means lesser important, but it's still important, you know? Like it's all desire, value, and all that. So like there's got to be something to do with the abyss. I wonder if there is a 7th layer, or like however far deep it goes. Which I think someone in the comments, I'm so sorry if I forgot. I believe someone in the comments did confirm that there's at least like, I want to say 8 layers, but it could go deeper. 8 or 9 layers. Someone said something in the comments. So I wonder, like once you get to those parts, what does the curse do? Because I think it's like the deeper you go, you get hit with everything at the same time. So like not only is it a loss of humanity, or maybe not, because like headaches is the first floor, 2nd floor was something, 3rd floor was hallucinations, 4th floor was the bleeding, and the 5th floor was what was like losing your sense of pain? I think it was like losing your senses. And like that would lead you to hurt yourself because you don't know like how much pain you're in. Yeah, I think so. So 6th floor is the loss of humanity. So I don't think Made in Abyss is trying to do a whole message or commentary of like what makes you human. We'll get to him, but the prophet did say something like we were looking to transcend humanity. And we found that it wasn't this, or this, but it was all 3 of them together. It was something like that. I'm going to skip to that scene. I'm going to read those subtitles in a second. I'm just trying to go through this by chunks because it is a long episode. We have a lot to cover. And it is the finale as well. So yeah, there's just something I wanted to voice about the desire thing. I'm watching this scene around at 8:30. Fapta's looking at... She's the same as... Okay, so she did say that. Fapta's looking at Rico. She's talking about her. Fapta senses she's the same as Mother. What does that mean? But something is different. Like, does that mean like the child innocence of it all? Like that angle? Because Irumi was just a girl, like a very small girl when she turned into a tree. What was Irumi? Like Irumi desired family, a place to belong. I don't think that's what Rico desires. So what does she mean by she senses Mother? Or Fapta, she say specifically? I want to just pause on that line. Ishi regs Haku. Fapta senses she's the same as Mother. What does that mean? Like from the surface? This one's soul, where did it come from? Huh. I guess we'll go into that later then. I don't feel like that was explored within this episode, but maybe I just missed it. That's a weird thing to... I don't know. I don't understand what she means, like this one's soul is this... Or this one's... Fapta senses this one's like Mother. outside of her just being human, or maybe she can sense that she's specifically from the like above the abyss, like right above the abyss, maybe. I mean, Rico would probably be the only other human that Fapta has met. I believe everyone down here is either a hollow or a monster. But would that be enough? Would Fapta even know that her own mom was human? Like, she doesn't really know anything about her mom. She just knows that, like, she's born with the purpose to destroy. So that's a weird thing. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Alright, well, I wanted to go back to that to see if I read that right and to see if there's any more context clues about it. And she notices Prushka. She takes Prushka to get whittled. I do like that she's like the whole reason why she didn't want to talk to them. Like, she could have avoided so much. She could have like actually met them like face to face. She could have met them face to face very long ago, but she was just too shy. Ah, man. I do wish she joined the crew. I really would have liked to have seen her and Reg evolve together, especially since like she's helping Reg a lot remember who he used to be. He's getting brief flashes, brief feelings, but not complete pictures. I really would have liked to have seen her join the crew, because like I feel like that would have just like changed the dynamic. But she said she'll think about it, which I don't know if that means in season 3 she'll be here, or if, like, down the line. I'm not sure. It is a shame we got... anyway, I'm skipping ahead, but it's a shame that we lost so many characters. Like, we did not gain anything this season in terms of, like, new characters, because everyone just died. The Prophet... Oh, I got to the point. We want to become something beyond human. I'm just reading this up. You guys can't hear it because I muted it for copyright reasons. To penetrate this giant pit, one must surpass being human. That means as a resident of the netherworld becoming a hollow, 1. Being blessed and gaining power, 2. Possessing a body that'll triumph over the cursed, 3. It's not a single one of those things. It's only the accumulation, like all 3 of them. I mean, yeah, I kind of, right? Because, you know, to become a hollow, you have, or to become a resident of the netherworld, it's almost impossible to do that unless you're a hollow. I mean, like they found out that the hard way. The prologue people, they found that out the hard way. Of like, everything's out to get you, even the water. Nothing is safe. Even if you think you're being safe, nothing. Like, whatever you understand about the overworld, it's just not that in the underworld or the netherworld. And then if you're a hollow, it either means you're a husk, like MIDI, or everything, you know, there's no will in there. Being blessed and gaining power, which is an interesting one to say, because I don't think we've really I don't think we really met blessed hollows. I guess the Prophet. I don't know. I feel like these hollows are different because Nanachi used to be the. She used to be the outlier of hollows, because you know she kept her sentience, she kept her humanity. But that was because of very extenuating circumstances. Whereas these guys, because of Irumi's like whole thing, a lot of them were able to keep their humanity, their memories, who they are. But some of them didn't, I think. So, and like some of them also gained like some incredible power. I guess you could say the Prophet is blessed with his mind. Oh, this one was a weird one. I don't feel like we've. I mean, I guess Fapta is blessed with incredible power. I don't know. This one is a weird one. And then the third thing was possessing a body that'll triumph over the curse. That is a gigantic one. In order to like live in the netherworld, in order to like be in there, if you can have a body that like is not affected by the curse, oh my god, that makes things so much easier. Uh, I would be terrified, like living in the underworld or in the netherworld, because like I don't know how many steps you got to take before you turn into a blob until you turn into a slug. So if you can, like, and like how cumulative is it too? Like if you take one step down, that's like one step up that you can no longer take. I mean, Nanachi can see the curse, and like you can, like, you know, humans can't see the curse, but Nanachi, thanks to her, either her abilities as a hollow, her time as a hollow, or just time around in the abyss, can sense when the curse is around. So that's very useful. But if you don't have anyone like Nanachi, like, you're screwed. Absolutely. Just like every day is just like, dude, if I go up the stairs, if I go to the second floor, is that it for me? I mean, like, one of the worst things was, like, not only were people getting taken into the air by like pterodactyls, they went up so quickly they just turned into the slugs, and it's disgusting. It was terrible to look at. But like, yeah, all three of those things together, like that, I guess that would transcend humanity, especially like the body that can triumph over the curse. Like Reg isn't human; he's a robot. But he does have power. He's blessed with power. And that last part, dang. I'm sorry. I'm trying to reread this, but like it's like I can only go back in 10 seconds, like bounce of 10 seconds. Like, but Reg isn't a hollow. He's a robot. I feel like he's like, well, I guess he's not transcended humanity because he never was human to begin with. Nanachi, I guess you could make an argument that she transcended humanity. She has a body that's not affected by the curse. She's a hollow. I guess she just isn't blessed with power. Okay, it's not blessed with power. It's blessed and power. So she doesn't have like too much power, but she is blessed with being able to see when the curse is in effect. And then Rico is neither a hollow nor has a body to defend against the curse, but she is blessed with her will and desire, her dreams. That, I guess you could say. She doesn't have power either, but she has an intense dream that she really wants to accomplish. I was really harsh on this guy, the prophet dude. I thought he was going to be way more scummy than what was let on. He just died. Yeah, I thought he was going to be like more of a thing. I didn't think he was gonna be like this. I thought he had something planning in the background. I really did. I didn't think he was just not gonna do anything this episode. I thought he was gonna be like this, especially with how he was framed. But I guess that just like leads. This is almost better because it kind of like he was never a terrible. He is a terrible person, but he was never like an evil person. All he was doing was to protect his people at the expense of a girl. But I don't know, like, it's hard to defend him because what he did was terrible. But I don't feel like he enjoyed it. It was something he had to do, and he would always reassure, like, I made it quick. Everything was used. I'm not doing this just because. I'm not doing this for sport. Everything is being used when he was killing the kid, like the babies. He's just a weird person to defend, but I really did think he was going to be more ominous. I feel like he was treated as ominous, so I thought he was going to be more of a presence, but he didn't really do much. Didn't really do much in his hollow form, should I say. Veiko, I feel like got like majorly shafted this episode. I don't know, like, this finale kind of feels weird to me because I feel like, I don't know, for some reason they wanted to keep the status quo of the group, you know, like the three, Rico, Reg, and Nanachi. But in order to do that, some of these characters would have to die. Like a lot, you know, like obviously, even if, what's her name? Irumi, even if Irumi wasn't destroyed, none of the hollows could leave without disappearing. So I would understand them. Like, you can't take any of these hollows with you. But Veiko was probably the big one that you could bring with you, like, unless she decided to stay with Urumi, and that's if Urumi survived. But since Urumi was definitely getting destroyed, I feel like Veiko got shafted hard. That was like an unceremonial death. Just walking up some stairs. It's exactly what I've been saying. Walking up some stairs, boom, slug. It looked awful. Like the eye just like drooping out, barely like hanging in by threads. Ugh. But I feel like, I don't know why. It just feels like, alright, kill everyone off. Fapta's the only one that survived. Well, she's finding things out for herself. Yeah, I really wanted Fapta and Veiko to meet. Like, you know, Veiko would be able to. I guess Veiko was still able to talk to her. She could understand her through telepathically or something like that. Man, though, becoming a hollow is not on my to-do list. That is awful. But yeah, Veiko got absolutely shafted in the worst way that I could ever want to be shafted. Oh God, it was nice to see though that like the one-eyed Cyclops, they gave her life to help Veiko, because you know that was based. We saw her in the past, like she would have known Veiko back then, so she helped her out. It's nice to see that there was no contempt held between any of them. Even though Veiko like believed that people would have contempt for her. And I have two more things, which... Okay, let's go on with the deaths. And that's not either one. One of them is. Okay, so along with having killed everyone that we met this season, I feel like we weren't given enough with everyone that we met this season. Like the green bartender lady, I liked her a lot. I feel like there was a lot of insight that we could have had with her too. Like, she's a cave raider. She's basically just Rico, but older. Like, she's a cave raider who came down here and gave herself to Urumi. That's what it feels like. Like, that's the idea that I get from her. So I wish we got more out of her. I feel like Rico would have asked more, like, what were her adventures like had they met her mom. You know, like, I feel like there was a lot of missed things that we had with the green one. And then Kaja is also a really weird case, because I'm not exactly sure what he was. He possessed Fapta at one point, which I was like, oh wait, what? He could do that? I thought he was he was sacrificing himself one more time to give Fapta energy. No, he just full on possessed her. And then I remember like, oh wait, no, that's not him. That's a mechanical body. I believe when we met him, or like the episode after we met him, he's like, oh, this isn't Kaja's real body. Kaja's real body is somewhere else. Something like that. Or like, this is my shell. Something like that. I believe he said something like that. So like I don't think we got to see, unless like the wisp was his real body. Like it's not a machine being controlled from somewhere else. It's a machine being controlled from the inside. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I wish we got to learn more about Kaja and the green one, and a little bit more about the Prophet, like in his current thing, because like they asked him what his why is he still doing this, and I feel like we weren't given like a clear answer. I wish we were able to like learn more about the citizens of the Golden City. Something more frightening than unfulfilled dreams waits beyond the Golden City. Or at least realize your dreams and despair. Realize your dreams and despair. Whew. I feel like he's also like, I don't know, like I think it's just a me thing, but I feel like there's some potential that we didn't tap into with a lot of these characters, but also with the whole the Prophet guy. He's a lot like Rico. He had dreams of just diving, exploring, going deeper, but he settled. Whereas Rico, like, she has these dreams and like she will visit these places, but she isn't settling. She sees what's happening to these people. He literally tells her like, accomplish your dreams and despair. she looks at him and she smiles. I'm going to accomplish my dreams. I'm not going to do that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like, she brings the best out of people. When people are down, she's the one that brings them back up. And then, like, shoot, I found another parallel between someone and Rico. I forgot who it was. I think I was even talking about it earlier. But I just wish we got to see, like, Ma, too. Don't know anything about him. Like, we just know that he tried to steal their dog's intestines and then got absolutely clobbered by the village, and then that's it. Like, I feel like there's so much to have learned with all these residents, but we weren't given enough time to really delve into them. Fapta did become one of my favorite characters of the series, though. She's very deep, very emotional, very deep character. You know, born believing that she was there to destroy, having no idea why she was destroying this, and like as she found out more memories of what it was like for her mom to live, I really like Fapta's entire arc, and it made me appreciate Reg a little bit more. And then the final thing I have written down, which probably should have been one of the first things I talked about because it's not too much, the whistle's toll. So last episode they said something about like, oh yeah, I blew the whistle and it's already like Prushka's out of energy. So like I thought, oh, it's okay, it's just Prushka. Like Prushka's like a battery. Got to recharge her. But no, this time Rico blew the whistle, and probably because Prushka was so low on energy, Rico just like bled a little bit from the nose and passed out. So it does have a physical toll on Rico. That's why they can't use it. I was joking, like, oh yeah, just keep using the whistle. But yeah, we gotta be very careful with that. I don't know what'll happen to Rico, like when the whistle, if she blows it and the whistle's like doesn't have any energy in it. But I honestly have no theories for season 3. I don't know where we're gonna go other than deeper into the abyss. I guess I mean, it's not even finding Liza, because Rico doesn't really, she does care, but that's not her goal anymore. Her goal is just to go deeper. It's just to spelunk, to find out as much as she can. So maybe finding Liza is something that we do in season 3, but I don't think it's going to be the main focus, which I believe season 3 is confirmed. I saw something, like, 10 things you need to know before Made in Abyss season 3. You know, I saw something, like a Google article on that. I didn't read it. But I'm like, okay, so season 3 is happening? I'm pretty sure it is. And, you know, when it does happen, I'll be here and we can do it live. Especially since I'm watching the sub, just like whenever an episode drops, I'll be there. So like, subscribe, comment down below. What did you guys think of season 2? I don't know if I liked it more than season 1 or if I liked season 1 more. There were elements that I certainly liked more. I love the prologue stuff. You know, I think I did like season 2. I think it was more focused than season 1. But season 1 definitely had the much more emotional ending. Ouch. And the movie, I think I liked the movie the most out of it. It was the most focused of them all. Had great action, had a great emotional impact, even though like it was kind of predictable in the sense of like Prushka's where Prushka was gonna go, where Prushka was gonna end up. I did not predict that she was gonna become a whistle, but I did know she was not gonna make it out human. Made in Abyss, I feel like it continues to evolve. Like every season, every like aspect of it takes something from, or takes like everything from the previous parts, and just like keeps building. So yeah, I feel like season 2 is more self-contained in the sense of like when you start season 3, it's not going to change. Like when you finish the movie, the movie ends with them going down, and season 2 begins with them down, and then season 2 ends with them still down. Like they didn't add anyone to their group. It's just kind of like, all right, it's the Golden City. It's the Golden City arc, and the Golden City's gone. So now we are back to where we started. So season 3, they can do literally anything. I don't think like there's any like plot threads that they have to follow up on outside of Liza, and Liza's not really a plot thread at this point. So yeah, unless there's spoilers, leave your theories down below. If you're not a manga reader, let me know where do you think they're going to go for season 3, and where do you see Made in Abyss going? Like, what do you think I'm on the right page of saying that Made in Abyss is the whole thing is something to do with desire, like human desire? Let me know down below. What do you think? Like, is the Abyss a metaphor for something? Do you have any theories of where season 3 is going to go? How did you enjoy the season 2? And all of that. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the next Made in Abyss stuff is coming out. And at the time of recording, I don't know if it's still going to be airing, but Dr. Stone, I'm going to start, literally after this episode, I'm going to start watching season 3 part 2 of Dr. Stone. So I'm excited to get into that. You know, finally, we're done with Made in Abyss in the sense of, like, we're finally done with the depression. Now let's start with some fun. So both of these shows are very enjoyable, but for their very, very different reasons. So if you like Dr. Stone, you know, check out the Dr. Stone playlist, catch up, and then watch some Dr. Stone with me. And who knows, maybe season 3 part 2 of Dr. Stone is already done by the time this comes out, or it's still airing. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's definitely probably done on Patreon. So Patreon, we have the full length and early access. So there's no more early access for Made in Abyss right now, but there is the full length. So if you just finished watching this, you can watch the entire 50 minutes of this episode finale with me over on Patreon, and get some early access for other shows as well. So yeah, check out the channel. We got some good stuff going, and I will see you all in the next one, lads. Bye-bye.